Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of He Rants. I am your host, Felix, Long Trousers. Shout out to the boy LB. Let's get this intro going.
Fuck off! Hey ma'am, where are your bags? Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Oh my God!
All right. She's staying. Ma'am, please.
Wow, absolutely crazy. Can you imagine you getting on a plane to get broken up with? Glorious, glorious, glorious stuff. Luckily for you guys, there's a part 2, so it continues. It's not much that really changes, but I felt like I had to put it here just because. Why not, right? Roll the clip.
Ma'am, please.
No.
Please take her back to the emergency room.
No.
We're done.
Ma'am, get up. Sit down. Sit down. Get out.
Where's your bag? Where are your bags?
Can you? We've asked her to remove. We've asked her to get off. We've asked, well, that doesn't. She hasn't told us yet. So we've asked her to get off. We've asked her to get off. Ever. Time for the flight to leave. Here's her stuff. One more. Okay. And I think that's it.
Yeah, so as you guys can see, she's clearly bonkers, right? Maybe he's been giving her pristine pee-pee and she doesn't want to go out to the streets to find a new man. Maybe this guy was that good guy. I'm not sure, right? It's a very short clip. And thank God somebody recorded it. And God knows how much she was screaming before the camera phone actually came out. But I will say this, in the first video, it's amazing to see how one of the guys on the plane was just chilling. Just chilling, seemed happy. Well, I'm not gonna say happy. He just seemed very nonchalant while the craziness was happening in the back. But I will say this, going through the comments, it seemed like a lot of people agreed with me. They agreed that this woman seems a little bit crazy, right? Simple terms, rather. Very, very crazy. But of course, when there's a woman in trouble, another woman comes in the defense. So you already knew there was a few people that was coming and they were making sure that this cannot be the blame. This cannot be put on the woman. It has to be the man's fault some way, shape, or form. It didn't take much, but I found a video. Let's roll the clip.
Okay, can we talk about this one? So if you're like most of the internet, you probably saw that woman screaming on a plane after she got dumped mid-flight. It's pretty disturbing, the level to which she's screaming. And I am in no way condoning going that level of ham in an enclosed space at all. I am a bad flyer and I tend to have a bit of anxiety. And if somebody was doing that on a plane, my anxiety would go through the roof. But I want to talk about it because the comments are kind of blowing my mind. I'll link it below so you can go watch it if you haven't seen it yet, or you can participate in the comments. Anyway, number one comment that I've seen repeated over and over is, oh, thank God he dumped her. Clearly she's nuts. Okay, listen, women don't start out nuts in relationships unless you are also nuts and you've chosen to get into a relationship with a crazy woman who does donuts on your lawn from day one. But I would say a good 95% of us aren't that level of bananas to end a relationship by caterwauling on a plane like a lunatic. Okay, so there's that. So I kind of disagree with that. And then secondly, the most fascinating comment to me is like, he was so scared for his safety that he decided to dump her on a plane so he could have witnesses. Like, that is next level Dr. Evil planning to figure that out. And let me tell you, ladies, this is 100% then what we need to be doing. We need to stop trying to break up with a man inside our house or on the street or in the mall or any place like that. Because the airport is genius. It's got TSA, no weapons. You know, you have to pay for the ticket, and that is most likely a waste of money. And you probably have to sit next to the dude the rest of the flight if he doesn't freak the fuck out. But safer. But you know what? I don't think that's what was going on. I don't think he had all this planned ahead. What I think happened, is just guessing, experience with men, is that they'd been dating for a while. He finally decided to take her on a trip to Hawaii. She's super excited, probably thinks they're getting engaged or something. And then he turned to her mid-flight and said, "Hey, babe, I'm fucking your mom."
Do you see that? Do you see how she found a way to still put it against the dude, right? It couldn't possibly be that the guy just did not want to be with her anymore. Maybe there was a slight argument already on the plane. They were going somewhere and he finally realized, like, listen, it's over. Maybe they came back from vacation and she was acting up during vacation, or they visited family or anything like that, and he was just tired of it. And he was just like, screw it. Let's just break up. It could be many situations. I don't know why that's so hard. But I don't feel like I'd be doing enough justice if I only had one video. Of course, there's more women that made more videos, so I'm gonna roll another clip.
That was a clip of a woman having a very intense emotional outburst on a flight. Allegedly, her boyfriend had broken up with her. So on the surface, this video looks like this woman is, crazy. She's abusive. Her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, his safety and the safety of the people on the flight was in danger because of this woman's emotional outburst. But one of my insights or thoughts into this video is a little bit different than what some may think. The first thing I thought when I saw that clip was it reminded me of the footage of Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie being stopped by police. And the thing that struck me as strange about this specific clip is, while the woman is having this very intense emotional outburst, her boyfriend seems to be very cool, calm, and collected. Not too dissimilar from the police footage of Gabby Petito and her then boyfriend, Brian. And so just with that coverage, we started hearing more about this term called reactive abuse. And I pulled it up specifically just to be clear on what exactly is reactive abuse. And reactive abuse is a common manipulation tactic that places blame for abuse onto the abused. It's commonly associated with gaslighting, and this tactic aims to convince or rewrite the story, claiming the person who caused the harm is actually a victim. So when a true victim reacts to abuse, the one who abused may use these reactive outbursts against that victim, sometimes even as blackmail, or to gaslight them into believing that they're actually the one that's causing the harm. So it gives them evidence disregarding the abuse they actually initiated. The negative reaction is often taken out of context and used against the victim, which in a way is to silence them or to control them. Reactive abuse also allows someone to refer to the victim as crazy or unstable, which can further cause psychological and emotional pain and damage to the victim. And so where I'm going with this is, a lot of us are really just average people that don't have specialized education or training to be able to identify, specific forms of abuse. If we're going to learn about them, it's really on us to find the resources to educate ourselves and to be able to at least have an awareness of how abuse plays out. And lastly, I think for a lot of us, it's easy to just take things at surface level, but I would encourage everyone to consider, what's going on below the surface. If you see something that looks extreme, the situation might also be, complex or nuanced.
My goodness, can you imagine how hard she can? I bet you if she went to a basketball court, she can grab the rim by just standing up, how hard she just reached. Just from that small clip. You see, from us, we can look at that clip, and I think a lot of people could agree that she just seems crazy. Yes, she got broken up with, but she seems crazy. I think many people around the globe would be like, this person is crazy. Or at least distraught, right? How do you get from this clip that even that with our assumption, she might not be crazy, but it's just a fair assumption. How do you get from there to it's him? They explained it, but I still feel like it's somewhat of a reach. Let me tell you, I have a friend that was with a girl for about almost 2 years. Worst girlfriend ever. Crazy, completely bonkers. And no, this is not based off stories that he's telling me. I've witnessed the crazy myself. She's gone crazy on a situation that had to deal with me. So I didn't really even have to hear too much stories. I already thought she was crazy. And he was moving in with his girl. They had their luggage and everything, about to sign the lease, all that stuff. And right before they signed the lease, she said something, and he decided, today's the day, let's break it off. And he broke up with her right there, midway through moving. So it can happen at any time. The dude can already be on his last leg and is like, listen, I'm ready to get out of this relationship. He saw the opportunity. He was like, listen, this is the last straw. Do you want him to land first and then break up with her? You wanted him to wait to get into the taxi, then break up? He saw that the situation called for it right now, and he decided to break up with her. He's cool, calm, and collected because he's just like, screw this. I don't have to deal with this anymore, man. She can make all these screams and all that, but it's over. Life moves on. It's as simple as that. I don't know why people are reaching so hard, but what do I know? I'm just a misogynist. But that's all I got to say on this, man. If you guys stayed this long, I appreciate you. I love you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as with the post notifications. That way, you'll always be one of the first to hear the voice. Same time, leave a like, because I'm so damn insecure, and those likes definitely let me know I'm doing a stand-up job. Same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo. Men offering females orgasms because we're so humble. Link in the description box below. That's all I gotta say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.